Hello folks and welcome back to our playthrough of Siege of Avalon. So in the last episode we finished up chapter 1. We found Corvus, delivered him back to the castle and to the healers. Now we just have to talk to Muddum here, and then we'll move on to chapter 2. Welcome back, Scout. What have you for me now? I've returned my brother to Avalon, sir. He is resting now in the infirmary. That's great news. I must say that my hopes had begun to fade. Make sir and the monks give him the best care. I have, sir. There is more that I should report to you, but Sir Roth told me to pass it on to no one else. It's about Oberon, sir. You mean General? No, sir. Not anymore. He has led his men to slaughter, sir, and passed secret documents to the Ahul. I understand. Sir Roth will send for me when he requires me. I would thank you for your report, but I think you will forgive me if I do not. But you get some rest. This war is far from over, and I have a feeling the next chapter in it will soon be upon us. Haha, chapter, haha. I will, sir, and sir, you have my thanks for both your training and your kindness. Good night. Alright, so we got a little thing there. Now what happens? Okay, everyone's gone from the little meeting room here. Ooh, we have a cracked staff here. Nothing too special from it though. That gives an attack bonus, a little mana bonus. Nothing too special there. Now, one interesting thing is you will see that there's the cursor goes to a little icon here. Eventually you can go through, this is what Elarath's portal thing that he was working on a couple episodes was about. Looking around for news. Anything to train? Nope. Okay, so I looked all around and I couldn't find where exactly I was supposed to go. Then I ran back to Muddum, and Muddum says, if you'll excuse me, other matters need my attention. Why don't you check with Sir Roth or his know-it-all page if you're looking for assignments? Right you are, Muddum. An excellent suggestion. I think his page is generally wandering around here. Is that it? No, that's a patrol. Well, did the guards know where Roth is? Oh. Sorry, sir, you will have to go to the inner keep to see Sir Roth. Okay, so that explains why we're having some issues here. I thought there was something that would have mentioned to go to the inner keep, but no one did. Yeah, the way is now clear to go to the inner keep now, so... Yes, sir, I will get the warning through. Alright. So we were quick traveled over to Sir Roth and let's see. Forgive my abruptness, lad, but we've no time to waste. You've been transferred, per my request, back to my command, for I have a very important assignment for you. Some days past, I ordered a party to the ruins beneath Avalon to recover an ancient artifact, the Earthstone, that is linked to the temple that once existed below us, and has the potential to destroy Avalon. I have not heard from the party since. Well, what is the Earthstone? I know little of the Earthstone or its powers, just enough to decide that it poses an incredible security risk. If you wish to hear details about the Earthstone, go see the sage Felix. He and Elarath have been doing research on it. I got what information I have from them. And my orders? I need you to go to the ruins below to discover what happened to the group I sent down there, and rescue them if necessary. The party I sent consisted of a knight, a scout, and the seer Waynar. The knight and scout were more of an honor guard for Waynar, a seer of considerable power, whose purpose in the party was to locate the Earthstone. The party's disappearance at least suggests that the journey will be perilous, so you should enlist the aid of a few volunteers in the inner keep. Where can I find the volunteers you are referring to? I'm sure Felix's apprentice would give anything to visit the very ruins his master has been studying, but other than that, you may be able to find some off-duty personnel about the keep who may be interested in accompanying you. You may take no more than 2 people with you. I would also suggest that you speak to the mage Felius, who's been trying to figure out what creatures our party may have run afoul of. His information may better prepare you for the task at hand. He stays in the basement, and before you ask, he's a bit touched in the head. Yes, sir, I will get to it immediately. Alright, so we have the option of a few people that we can bring in. Let's see, Chloe. Oh, she's just the general maiden in distress. Nothing too special there. So, Fester. Uncle Fester here? Greetings, friend. How can I help you? Usually I have potions to help with all various maladies and that sort of thing. Once the war is over, I will go. I will try to remember you when I have some marital difficulties. Alright, who's this guy here? Jarrett? These are the quarters of Taberland Royal Party, but they have lain empty for some time. I'm responsible for the care of these rooms. Oh, lovely. A butler. Oh, helps if I open the door. Alright, who's here? Sir Caroleon? May I help you with something? I was wondering if you know of anyone who might be able to teach me more advanced combat techniques. I might know a trick or 2. What can you teach me? So I have 34 points. Ooh, these are a bit more expensive now. 15 points, 10 points, 10 points. Well, hit points and healing rate, that's pretty good. And weapon skill and combat. I should. Okay. So I'll have to remember Sir Caroleon is the weapon trainer. So each chapter in this game has a warrior, a rogue, and like a mage trainer. At least one of each, I think. I am Lucius, Ambassador of Elithria, busy man. Sorry, Ambassador. Also, we got some King and Queen in here too. Although, King Ryence and Queen Nanessi.
Well, hello there. I am Queen Nanessi, and this is my sidekick, King Ryence. She winks. Finally, we've a chance to meet the newly arrived hero, about whom so many rumors and so much gossip have been spread.
She looks at King Ryence momentarily, a pensive look on her face.
If you can get this old goat sitting at my side to say something more than get out, we'll have a chat. Is it a deal?
As you wish, Your Highness. So I gotta get the king to say something besides get out. Young man, what are you doing in here? Forgive me, Your Majesty, I must have the wrong room. Oh. Well, that wasn't much. Let's see. My apologies for disturbing you. I guess there's really nothing too special in here. At least not yet. I think there is something that we can do in there. Sir Ither, with the necessary enthusiasm and volume. Welcome on, youngster. How fare you this day? Just fine, actually. Forgive my rudeness, but who are you? No offense taken. My name is Sir Ither, and I am a member of King Ryance's retinue. I've heard much of your deeds, and you seem to be quite the star on the rise. Why, thank you. Just doing my part. He lowers his voice. That's actually the reason I wanted to speak with you. I'm sure you're aware that there are traitors in our midst. From what I hear, you've a hand in disposing some of them yourself. As hard as it is for me to admit it, I believe one of my fellows is a traitor. Okay, who might he be? He sighs melodramatically. It pains me to say it, but I believe good Sir Osla has fallen. He received a letter that he guards jealously. I wouldn't be surprised if it was shut up deep in his footlocker, but I believe it's a message from the outside, from the enemy. I don't know what he has planned, but whatever the reason, the letter has him on edge. And what would you like me to do about it? If you can recover the letter and bring it to me, I shall seek a private audience with our king and expose Osla. If the letter is what I think it is, will you help me with this? Certainly, Sir Ither. I will return to you when I've learned something. Alright, so we got our second little side quest here. Pretty much we have to investigate Sir Osla. I think he's around here somewhere. Ooh, Sir Dinadon. You have a rather familiar look about you, sir. Have we perchance ever served together? You look a bit young to have been seen anywhere near the number of campaigns I have, but in these rough times many a boy has passed into manhood on the field of battle. Please refresh my memory, for it would give this old soldier a bit of pleasure to know if I was present when you first stood against the Shahul. I am only recently come to Avalon, good Sir Knight. Though I have encountered the Shahul, I have yet to do so as part of a larger force. I'm afraid you mistake me for someone else. A pity we haven't faced down those dogs together, lad, for you look like quite a steely young fellow. Is this guy hitting on me? But pretty much he comes to the wondering about my brother. Say, that's who you remind me of. What was his name? Carpus? Cussus? Kelvin? The name would be Corvus, would it? Yes, Corvus, that was his name. Do you know him? He's my brother, sir. Many say I resemble him, and say no more. The brother of Corvus, eh? If the resemblance is more than skin deep, you've no doubt a few tales of your own. Come, let us find a corner, swap tales of love and war, toast the departed, and curse the Shaul. As much as I would enjoy a bull session with an old warhorse, I regret I have a mission to complete. A mission? Why didn't you say so? Duty before pleasure is the rule in our business. I'm eager for a mission myself, but I have been assigned to Ambassador Lucius's party of late. A waste of good soldiers, if you ask me. Guarding diplomats is a job for old men, not a knight of my caliber. In fact, I would eagerly join you if an extra sword would help. If the ambassador would release me, that is. Well, pretty much we'll skip through some of the other parts of this. So pretty much what Dinadon wants is for you to free him of his assignment to the ambassador. So we have to find Ambassador Lucius here now. So we can try to get Dinadon into our party. Ooh, a couple little things here. Dark blue tights, which are rather weak. A tabard, also rather weak. Now the Sword of Edzra. 14 attack, recovery, 5 attack, and 4, 6, and 12. What's my 4, 4, and 15? Okay, so the sword that I have right now is actually better. So we really don't need to worry about that. Some rather common pauldrons and that sort of thing. Stuff that we could loot and bring over to sell, but we don't really need to worry about it at the moment. Oh, you need a key. Can't go in there. Alright, where is this ambassador? I want to say he's actually up here somewhere. I think most of the activity that we go through, at least in this early portion, is done on the second level here, which I believe is what we are. Yeah, second level of the keep right now. Sir Osla is probably in something that's red. Sir Sapphire. Tortain. No, that's not who we need. Osla, where are you? Is that him? No. I don't think he has anything special. Benace? Is there something I can do? Do you know anyone who can join me? Oh, he's just saying about Sir Dinadon. We already know about Dinadon. Tessel? This lounge hasn't been open since the siege began, but I thought I would see if food was left behind. I suppose I should have realized this place must have been completely cleaned out some time ago, but I figured it was worth a try. Hunger makes a person desperate, you know. Indeed it does, but we must keep our reason or else all is lost. Well, where the hell is Sir Osla then? This isn't him, right? No. This is another knight of, I don't recall exactly. Some lady in here. Estrella. Well, here's Lucius. I seek a moment of your busy day, Ambassador. One of your knights, Sir Dynadon, seeks to accompany me on an important mission for Sir Roth. Sir Dynadon is charged with defending my person, impetuous youth. Do you think that it to be an important mission? It most certainly is, sir. However, Sir Roth has ordered me on a mission and encouraged me to recruit volunteers. Sir Roth? He thinks he can commandeer my personal escorts now? I know our ranks are spread a bit thin lately, but I did not think it was to the point where we could no longer provide security for top state officials. I ask this as a personal favor, sir. The good knight wishes to repay a debt he owes my brother, and I could certainly use him on one of my missions, or on my mission. A chance to settle a matter of honor and serve the greater good at the same time, eh? I suppose I couldn't keep an old soldier away from a new duty, not if he wanted it badly enough. I grant him leave to pursue this mission, and I wish you both success. Oh, that was easier than I remember. Maybe it was always easy and I just couldn't quite remember. Okay. So we're still looking for Sir Osla here. Maybe he's up in this section. Oh, well, here's the wizard dude that we needed to talk to, Felix, I think.
Hello, sir. I am Felix the Sage. I was told that you might be visiting me, and that if you did, you would have questions regarding the Earthstone and the temple. May I help you?
So what's the Earthstone?
It's an ancient relic that was once long ago used in ceremonies and rituals by those who built and revered the temple that now lies in the ruins below.
What powers does it possess?
We do not know, but clearly it has magical powers, some which we may be able to use after further study. At any rate, we must retrieve it, lest someone put it to devious use.
What do you mean by that?
That's where it gets interesting. Interesting and unfortunate. You see, it clearly states in these parchment fragments that the Earthstone, if replaced in its original location, will raise the temple from its subterranean depths to earth level, which will surely destroy Avalon.
I see. This is dire news indeed. I must assemble my party immediately. Farewell.
Before you leave, let me tell you something. My apprentice has been with me for some time. It is time for his naming. He wishes to go with you on your subterranean expedition. I wish to let him.
So, pretty much what the naming is his apprentice here doesn't actually have a name. He only goes by Felix Apprentice. As you can see, your reaction is, you can't be serious. So, apprentice sages do not receive a name until they have had a naming ceremony, and that will only occur when it is decided by their mentor they are worthy of the title Apprentice Sage. So he's Felix Apprentice, but he's not an apprentice sage. So is he like an apprentice intern sage? I don't know. Let's see. Sure, why not? Try not to implode yourself if we run into any nasties. All right, so we have the first one to join our little party here. So as you can see, he doesn't start out with much. So we might want to look into giving him some of the armor that we collected from the first act. We could put him into the heavy armor and then just kind of have him go around. Let's see. How do you look at his skills? So he has defensive magic that we have selected. Hold. Stay put and fight until critically wounded. Stay put until 50% or less. Run away if attacked. I think I'll have him... Oh. I guess you can only select one, so we'll keep him with the defensive magic. What magic does he have anyways? He has Aura of Iron, Charge, Frost, Heal, Hold, and Protection from Magic. So we'll give him the Heal, or at least select it. I think he uses multiple spells on his own, though.
Osla, go away. I am not accepting visitors.
You'll want to accept this one, Sir Osla.
Leave me alone to my thoughts. Go back from whence you came, fiend, or I shall be forced to run you through.
I will return in a moment. And my journal's been updated. I spoke with Sir Osla today. Rather, I should say that I attempted to speak to him. Let's see. He shouted at me. I bluffed for a time to examine his expression. You look pained and torn. Perhaps Sir Ither will have a suggestion. So now I gotta go back to Ither. I don't suppose this guy will say anything. Pardon my intrusion. And of course, you always, in any RPG, you always want to be looking around. Again, there was some of those items that you can grab from some of those crates that we found, which would be useful to sell at the very least, but not really concerned with it right now. All right, have you spoken with Asla yet? In a manner of speaking, I can't get the letter from him, he won't even talk. That's not my problem, kid. Be more persuasive with your pen or your sword. Good idea, Sir Ither. I shall return. Well, let me save where I am right now. You again? I thought I told you. I know about the letter, Sir Asla. I know it tells who the traitors are. Give me the letter, and I assure you that the alleged traitors will be given a fair trial. Oh, so you know the truth. He sighs. I would say no more, Sir Asla. Hand me the letter, and I shall be on my way. But aren't you going to read it first? Read it? Sir Ither has told me. Oh ho, Ither has told you, has he? Are you in league with him? In league with him? He asked me to investigate a letter implicating the traitor. Why? Where were you going to take it? To Sir Ither, of course. He was the one who requested, read the letter, son. I am sure Ither has not told you the complete truth. As you wish. The letter is actually a communique from Overon the traitor to Ither. It contains orders. So now you understand. I understand that Sir Ither is the traitor and tried to get me to confiscate evidence that will now be used against him. One question still remains, Sir Asla. Why did you keep this letter to yourself if it implicates Ither and Overon? He sighs deeply. Overon was one of my countrymen, and a highly decorated one. I patterned myself after him. He was a role model for me. I was horrified to discover that he was a traitor. I did not plan to hold on to this letter forever. I was just trying to decide when the time was right, and who I could trust with it. You must understand, I have only recently come into possession of it. I understand, Sir Asla, but Overon's treachery is already known among the officers of Avalon. Allow me to bring this news to the king. Thanks, kid. I know I could trust you. I'll let you know what happens, Asla. All right, so we found our way to make the king talk by bringing him a letter that implicates Ither as a traitor. Wrong room. Here we go. Child, you look as though there's enough reason to excuse your intrusion. Speak. I was approached by Sir Ither earlier today with some disturbing news. He told me that he believed that Sir Asla was a traitor and that he had in his possession a letter that proved it. He asked me to retrieve the letter for him, perhaps thinking I would have more luck with Sir Asla than he would have. Yes, what happened? Do you have the letter? What of Sirs Asla and Ither? I went to Sir Asla, and at first he would not speak to me, but eventually I got through to him, and he showed me the true contents of the letter. It is a missive between General Overon, who, as I'm sure you're aware, is a known traitor, and Sir Ither. Sir Asla and I decided that I should come immediately to you with this document and let you decide what is to be done. I have the letter on my person, Your Highness. He takes the letter from you and reads it slowly. You have acted thoughtfully and quickly in this matter. I applaud your efforts. Ither shall be dealt with. Guards, have Sir Ither arrested immediately on charges of treason. You are dismissed, son. You have done me a great service, and I shall not forget it. Thank you, Your Highness. So now we can talk to the Queen, I think.
Upon such wonderful terms we meet. Let me be among many to shower you with compliments and affection for doing the court of Orium such a great service. I wager it shall not be long before you are knighted at the rate you're going.
Thank you, Your Highness. I hope someday that I shall be worthy of such compliments.
And it appears some of the rumors about you have the ring of truth. It sounded ludicrous when I heard it. Modest new officer on the rise.
but I cast my doubt aside because I remember someone who was modest. In fact, you remind me of... She looks at King Ryance fondly. If you will excuse this, officer. And then they go and do it or something. I don't know. Apparently I had to be there to inspire her and the king to become more familiar with each other again. I have no idea. Anyways, let's go talk to Sir Dindodon here. Ready to go whenever you are. Alright, first things first, let's return to the keep. We'll pick up all of our armor for Felix Apprentice. Deck him all out on it. Or in it, or whatever. Fine, Curious, that. And hopefully, he won't die in all of this mess. I hope anyways. Oh, he can't put on the Cuirass? What the hell? What's better? Rusty Chainmail 246, 4681. Do I want to do these Giant's Pauldrons? I could. Alright, so he can't get the Cuirass, and the Chainmail won't do anything for him either. So we'll put those back. And I think that is it for what we want him to have. Okay. Oh, we wanted to check. His restriction is 42, so he pretty much can't equip any further armor, I don't think. But he should do pretty well for us. Alright, next, let's go to the inner keep, level 2, we'll then go down to level 1 here. This episode today might be mostly just dialogue, getting ourselves ready for the big event. You look like a lucky fellow, sir. Care to try your skill at throwing the bones? Throwing the bones? He's... Oh. That's one of the guys that we can recruit, Vasek. I think you have to do Vasek and someone else with him, if I recall correctly. Oh, a little chest. Nothing too special in here, though. I also picked up a couple things after the episode ended last time. I think the Black Boots of Shadows is one of those things. It has a boost to coordination, stealth, reduces attack recovery, and then it also has pretty decent resistance modifiers as well. Esmond, do you have anything? Don't believe we've met. Jig Bluck. Really, I think you're bluffing? Oh, he's asleep. Okay. It's hard to blame the guy, you know. Sometimes you just need a little nap. There's also a lot of journal entries that you can find that give various little things all around here. You seem awfully bored. Perhaps I have something to keep you busy until you return to your regular duties. Oh, so I can add him, but I'd have to replace someone. I think Vasek will join if Wyatt joins, if I remember correctly, but I've never really used them too much. I always prefer to take Felix Apprentice along, even if he is a little squishy. Let's see. Anything special here? Oh, this guy does do training. Okay. Probably would have helped if I was reading through it, but kind of getting to the point that it's becoming a little bit, we're definitely well into my recording here for this episode, so. Alright, body control gives a boost to defense, reduces hit recovery and attack recovery. That sounds really nice. I think I'm gonna do that. We'll do that. Of course, now I have like no training points. And I think I need training points for whoever the mage guy is as well. But we'll get plenty later on in this mission. Some bows. Wacian. I'm Wacian the commander. I was told you'd be coming. I suppose this means you'll be one to go below. Well, I'll let you down there, but under the condition that you let my man Weldon down in the caves. Know that his replacements caught a sickness and we're doing all we can to find someone to fill in. Sure, I'll go let him know that he's being screwed over. That his replacement isn't coming. Alright, head to the lower keep basement. Only Wicks. Are we supposed to let know? Weldon. Oh, actually, I think I wanted to check one more thing. I think there's a little wizard area somewhere around here. I think, anyways, that it's over here. This is it. Felius. You must be a lost stranger, for few seek the company of the notorious Felius. My work has led me away from the living, and now I pursue my misunderstood arts in this secluded area. Here, in this dark cellar, I won't offend the sensitive noses and stomachs of those who place creature comforts above the pursuit of knowledge. What is the work you speak of? He's a necromancer who seeks to understand and control the countless forms of undead that roam the world. My studies pierce the veil of death and expose what lies beyond. Are you yet another short-sighted fool, or could you be the one of the rare few who can understand the value of such research? You're sick, you know that? Nah. Though I am young, sir, I am experienced enough to not pass judgment in ignorance. Who can say that what knowledge might prove useful on my quest? I am quite willing to learn of your arts if they can serve in dispelling the scourge of the Shahul. Very well then, at long last perhaps I have found someone who can appreciate the secrets I have painstakingly unraveled. Since you seem more understanding than the creatures above us, I will share my wisdom with you. Speak Svalding's dead. If you ever desire further instruction, simply talk to my skeleton. All I ask is that you share with me any case of undead activity you witness, whenever you can. Perhaps I can prove the value of your work in my mission to the ruins beneath this keep. The caves, you say? My only friend here, a scout I have known since we were children, went missing there recently. I warned her of the horrors she might face, for such places are often havens for the undead. In my limited forays into the ruins, I have also seen some signs that point to the presence of an elemental of rock, something I also warned her of. Any word of her would be greatly appreciated, for I fear for her safety in such a hazardous area. Why do you not seek her out? I was actually considering looking for her, but my work is quite a powerful distraction. Perhaps I have become too involved in death to appreciate life. He sighs. Feel free to return for instruction or simply to visit. I don't actually dislike the living, you know, and my only companion down here is regrettably lacking in serious conversation. His poor skeleton, which I think he keeps in a closet. Yep, this is his skeleton bones. Click, click, scrape. Enough fooling around, skeleton. Felius has told me that you will assist me.
Very well, I can train you, if you've the time, in the following.
Oh, he probably has quite a bit to train, but I don't have any points, so can't get any training if you don't have any points. And apparently he does talk, for whatever reason. Alright, we'll check out here. See if there's anything else. Ooh, fine steel greaves. I'll grab those, because I don't think I have any of those. Did I give any? Just has pants, so you know what? Oh, these are Let's see, 6884, 6884. Oh, so those are pretty much the same. Stealth -5, hit recovery -1, defense -3, and 7 restriction. Yeah, so they're exactly the same as the other ones that I gave to Felix Apprentice here, so nothing of major concern. Oh, there's the way that we go. I was like, there's still one more area here that I want to check. Leather wizard's bracers. Crafted specifically for mages who are often unable to wear traditional armor, these provide defense against attacks both physical and elemental. Ooh, I think we want to take that then. Defense restriction. Okay, so yeah, we'll definitely take those. Adds to defense. Okay. And I have an open spot on my arm, so that's even better. So what are my stats right now? So I'm invulnerable to 3 cutting, 1 crushing, 1 piercing, and then 2, 2, and 2 for heat, cold, and electric. So overall, that's not bad. There's still, I think, some better elemental defense armor and that sort of thing that we can find. And then there's also some spells that I think Bones, Felius's skeleton, will teach us. But for now, I guess that will be it for today. Sorry this episode didn't really have any action in it. It was mostly just dialogue and that sort of thing. I know I previously skipped over a session that had a whole bunch of dialogue, but figured I would do this one just because it's the start of chapter 2, so it does handle a whole lot of stuff. So, as always, thanks for watching, folks. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and comment below if there's anything you see me doing that I could maybe do better. Should I continue with the mage setup for Anubis here, or should I try something different as well? And I know there's a couple chapters that focus more on the mage, scout, or warrior aspects, so I may have to look in changing some things up with the training points that I get afterwards, but we'll see what happens. So thanks for watching, folks, and I will see you in the next episode.